better. You've got me close up and you've got me a bit further away. So hello Instagram, hello LinkedIn. I am live talking about brand audit. What is a brand audit? We're going to talk all about it. It's module 3 of my How to Live and Love Your Brand course, and I'd love to go into depth with you today. So I always, when I'm speaking, when I'm presenting, it is important to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I live, work and play. I'm in the Gold Coast in Queensland on Bundjalung, on the land of the Bundjalung people, and they are from the Yugambeh language region, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. I feel very honoured to be here in this space. Hello Sammy, hello Alicia from 3Ps, my gorgeous marketing people, putting up with my last minute requests. Today, you're going to love this one. We're talking about brand audit. Sammy, head to the link in bio. King, can you add in the comments? We're going to have the brand audit checklist, and Mylan or King, if you jump onto here as well. Hey, gorgeous. We're going to, I'll give you the brand audit checklist. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Sammy. So what is a brand audit? A brand audit is basically going and looking at how you are showing up. How are others seeing you? How are others perceiving you? What's the impression you're giving to the world at the moment? Hi, Lovely. Oh, it's so good to see some familiar faces here. So what I want you to do, you're welcome to do it. It might be a bit hard if you're watching on your phone, but if you've got your computer there, you're welcome to do this and go along with me. So a brand audit is going and looking at your social media, your website, your email, evaluating how you're showing up in networking, if you set yourself a goal of speaking or being on podcasts, just going and having a look and seeing, am I showing up the way that I want to show up? Am I being as visible as I think I'm being? And Alicia's been helping me with my retreat. She's actually coming on my Rest and Receive retreat in February. They've been helping me to market it, because what happened in February when I launched my retreat was I felt like I was talking about it all the time. In my head, it was retreat. When I actually went on the retreat, I sold 4 spots, had 4 amazing women, 6 of us in total with my other co-host. When I was there, people were like, oh my gosh, you're running a retreat? I didn't even know you were running a retreat. And at one point I was saying, oh, it's not selling so great. I don't know why. And my coach was like, hi King, was saying, well, how often are you posting about it? And when I scrolled back through my feed, I wasn't posting about it very often. It felt like I was. It felt like I had. It felt like I'd emailed everybody. I had posted it on Facebook. I'd done a few stories. But really, honestly, for such a high ticket item as a retreat, or, you know, for this, like for a course, you got to be talking about it regularly. And sometimes people are saying, people aren't buying from me. People don't know where I am. Why aren't people coming to me? Well, can they see you? Do they know what you're offering? Are you sharing with them what's available? Is it accessible? Like, you know, right now we're going to put the link, King, into the comments, How to Live and Love Your Brand course, which I'm launching right now. Doors are open till the 15th of November. But also the brand audit checklist. Can we add that into the comments on LinkedIn, King, and onto Instagram? But you can also go to my bio and we'll share it as a comment underneath the video on LinkedIn. So the brand audit checklist is what we're talking about today. And so I'm just going to jump into my course. So the How to Live and Love Your Brand course. I'm not going to show you my screen. I should show you my screen. We're going to do that on Tuesday. You're going to get a behind the scenes tour, which will be fun. So in the brand audit module, this whole module is all about reviewing yourself and looking at your brand and how you're showing up. So first video is an overview. What is brand? What is your brand? What is your audit? The second one, fun task. Google yourself. Hands up, tell me in the comments, have you ever Googled yourself? Have you ever typed into Google? I do it all the time. People are like, really? I'm like, yeah, Emma Lovell. And see what shows up. Right now, it's like some amazing scientist from UNSW. It used to be Gwyneth Paltrow's makeup artist. There's some photos on there that are from like 10, 12 years ago, linking to articles. I'm like, oh wow, that's coming up really high. It's really interesting to see if you can be found on Google. Good, Sammy, you're doing it. That's awesome. Well done. King, that's a great task for you to do. You should see if there's actually media or links that are available to you and what shows up if people search you. Because like, what if I meet you at an event and I didn't catch your handle? I can go and put it in, and you type in Alicia Southkill, the awesome. Well, then it would come up with you, Alicia. But let's just go with our name, but also your business name. You can also do that to see how you're showing up, how it's coming up. Let's do this process with really like no judgment. Let's just do it with really just objectively just going, okay, well, what's showing up? Like, don't go, oh my God, I need to be doing more. Why is that there? Like, just note it down. Go to the checklist and go, yep, I checked Google. Let's see what it's saying. I've done it quite a few times, and it's mostly your social media profile, but that's okay. Because, you know, like there's 170 Emma Lovels or something on Facebook. So if my Facebook or my LinkedIn is coming up quite high when you search Emma Lovell, I'm happy about that. But if I'm coming really low, then that's not great. That's why I'm online all the time. So you can't necessarily change, well, you can impact Google's ranking if you were getting in the media, if you were doing more things, you were featured in more places and your name was featured, you could potentially come up higher. But we can't necessarily change too much about that, but we can be aware of what's there. So we have then understanding your digital footprint. So that is Google, but also going, where are all the places I am? And you've probably forgotten some of the places, like you'll Google and you'll be like, oh my gosh, my MySpace account is still live. Whoopsie. TikTok, might have created an account. Jade Warren from Small Business Growth Club told me the other day that I have a TikTok account I completely forgot about. So I had to go and fix up the profile and I've started posting there. Whoopsie. LinkedIn, Pinterest, you know, you might actually have places that you didn't even realize you're showing up, and all of that could be telling a story about you, and you need to know it. The other thing we want to do when we're doing that is going and having a look at what is currently being said about us. So like, you know, again, yesterday we were talking about profile pictures, and, you know, really the profile picture should be you. And on my private Instagram account, or my personal Instagram account, Lovelly, the photo is me and my husband. It's a lovely photo, but it's a teeny tiny photo of our wedding. And really that photo should be, and I love that photo, but it's not the place for it. That photo should be a photo of me, and so I will be updating that today. You can hold me accountable. Thank you. So then you want to go and look at what the bios say about you, what the words say about you, and are those consistent? Like if you're saying something different on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, your website, I was like, well, people don't have any clarity, like who are you, what are you doing? Or you go, I've updated everything, but I've forgotten this one. So just go and have a look. Is it consistent? Are you know, if you go and look at all my channels, does it tell you I'm a personal branding coach? If it doesn't, please tell me, I'll have to go fix it. But it should be saying something consistent. Does it have your web link attached? Is your email available? You know, I just looked at my email signature. People don't think about your email signature, and a friend actually called it out the other day. She was like, your email signature is a bit plain, and you're not plain. So thanks to my team, King and Mylan, we updated my email signature so it reflects more of my brand. But I also just looked at it, and I was talking to another writer, and I realized it doesn't even have the course launch in there. It's day 3 of my launch, and I didn't have the link to my course in the bottom of my email signature. So we're fixing that right now, changing that. So it's just a good thing to be aware of what your profiles say about you. And sometimes we are too close to it, and we look at it so often that we don't even think to do it. So my recommendation is every 3 months or every 90 days, approximately every 3 months, you set in your calendar, do a brand audit. And I've given you the brand audit checklist. You either head to the link in my bio or go in the comments on LinkedIn. We've put it in the comments as well. Go and have a look at that checklist. And I've given suggestions of where you should be checking, but you can also create your own. So you could say like all the social media profiles you have. If you only have 2, then you only have to check 2 places. But one of the ones that my client Leisha really took away was I said, check your emails in terms of look in your inbox. How often are you proactively reaching out to people you want to work with, or to people you want to partner with or collaborate with, or, you know, if you're looking for a job, how often are you reaching out? As opposed to, are you just being responsive? Are people emailing you and you're writing back? Just have a little look. You can look back through and just, you know, you might even know this off the top of your head. What you can start to do is once you've gone through and have a look, yes, brand audit, love it. So once you've gone through and checked everything, you want to analyze your findings. You want to go, hey, now let's look. Am I happy with how I'm showing up? Am I not happy with how I'm showing up? Am I saying enough of what I'm doing? I did some audits today on people's LinkedIn bios, and people are saying to me, I want to be known for this, but they're talking about that. Well, then I'm confused. Are you this or that? You know, so we get to tell people the story. So whatever we tell them, they're going to receive. So I want people to know me for personal branding. So if my social media, copywriting, PR work was still showing up a lot, then I'd be like, I don't want to be doing that work right now. I can, but I don't want to. I focus on personal branding and coaching, so I should be known for that. To the point where it was, I did actually start doing some copywriting earlier this year, and some of my new colleagues who only know me 2 years had no idea that I even offered that. So it was like re-education, saying, oh yeah, I actually am available for that. I do write people's bios. Not all the time, because predominantly I'm coaching and speaking, but I can. So you choose what you tell people, and then they're going to know what you tell them. So we want to be aware of what the profile is saying, what the profiles and what our digital footprint is saying, and then of course what we're then saying in person. So we're looking at this audit online, but we're also thinking about how many networking events did I attend? How many conferences did I attend? Am I going out in public? Am I talking to people? Am I saying who I am and what I'm about? Because that's important too. We do focus in the course on digital, because generally people struggle with posting content and creating that online presence, but it definitely flows into real life as well, and how are people seeing you in the real world, and building that confidence that you can walk up and say, hi, this is me and this is what I'm about, So we want to analyze that, and then what we want to do is set some goals. So we want to set some goals for how we're going to, where we're going to be at in the next 3 months. So in 3 months' time, where do I want to be? And for me, the last time I did this with my group, we do this every 3 months. We are probably due in the next month, which will be great. We go, okay, I said, I want to be on more podcasts, but I need to pitch to podcasts. I can't just wait for everybody to ask me. So I put down the goal that I'm going to get myself on 3 more podcasts. And you wouldn't believe it. That week, I literally got asked to be on 3 podcasts. And I was like, okay, universe, you're making me lazy. I do need to pitch too, because there are podcasts that I want to be on. So it's all well and good to be asked, but I also want to be seen in certain places. So there are people that I really want to have conversations with. So I need to ask them and put myself forward to them. It's not just about waiting for somebody to ask us and offer to us. We get to decide. So if you want to be, you go, you know what, there's no blogs on my website, or I only have 3. By the next time I look at this, I'd love to have 10. Or you go, I'm only posting once a week at the moment. I'd love next time I check this that I'm posting twice a week. Or I'm going to do a photo shoot this quarter, and I'm going to update all of my photos. So the next time I look at this audit, I'm going to have a new cover photo, new tiles, new photos on my website. Setting goals, things that are achievable. Like, don't just go, I'm going to build my brand and I'm going to change everything. Like, you have to have little milestones and tasks. And Sammy, if you're still here, she shared a great one yesterday where she updated her stories and she did a video, and that was something new and different. And so doing one video right now in a story could be like, whoa, that's a lot. So maybe the goal is to do 1, and then the goal is to do 1 a week, or 1 a month, and then 1 a week, and get to the point where I'm at, where you're doing 20 a day. You don't have to do the volume that I'm doing. You decide what works for you and what you're comfortable with. But what we want to look at when we do this brand audit is just getting an understanding of how the world is seeing us, and saying, is the way I'm showing up to the world consistent and in alignment with what I want for the world to be seeing with me? And I say the world, I'm just saying the world in general. Other people. So am I showing up the way that I want to be received? That's what personal brand is. It's how you see yourself and how others see you. And so there might be all these wonderful people saying lovely things about you. That's the other thing we do in the brand audit, is going and getting recommendations and testimonials. Asking people like, hey, what, if you looked at my profile, like, what would you think of me? Or if you had to describe me as somebody else, like, how would you say it? And if they can't really do it, then you're like, okay, well, I'm not communicating that very well. How can I communicate that better? How can I tell the story better? How can I share with my audience better? That's what this is about. And so this module of the course is really like a reflection and a little bit of analysing, and I said the last module 2 was the favorite. I think this is one of the other favorites. It's a really great exercise, a really practical exercise that you can take yourself through. Like, the checklist is there. It's in my link in bio. If you're watching back, head to my bio, get your free brand audit guide. It's there for you. Make it your own. It's just like a PDF template. I mean, if it's easier for you, you can write it in your journal. You could write out your own spreadsheet. You can, if you're like me, go and make an Airtable spreadsheet. You can do whatever you want. But just as long as you're, this is part of marketing. It's like checking your analytics, like checking, and I'm not asking you to go and get data and stats. I'm just saying, just have a little look at how you're showing up. Have a little look at what's currently being said about you, because you might actually be really happy with it. And you're like, cool, I'll just keep doing more of that. That's really great. And you think that you're not doing a lot or not doing much, or it's not good enough, whereas actually the reflection is quite good. It's also worth asking your network, how do you see me? Like, is all this stuff working? And I get really nice messages. I get people going, oh, I'm loving seeing how much you're showing up, or oh, like, I keep thinking of you because you're really present, or oh, I'm loving this energy in your launch. So it's really nice to get that feedback from the audience as well, but we want to be happy with how we're seeing ourselves. So the other thing that we're going to do in this module, let me just dig in, is a brand guide. So something that we create in after doing this, I have a template. It's like a PowerPoint. If you want to go into that depth, like once you've done your analysis, you can actually create like kind of a PowerPoint, it could be a Word doc, it could be anything, just like a current snapshot of how you're showing up, so that if you want to see the change in like 3 months, so we've got a checklist, or we could kind of create a story, like take a photo of your profile, take a photo of your bio, take a photo of your Instagram feed, take a photo of your Facebook feed, take a photo of your email signature, take a photo of your website, like do screenshots of your website and put it all into a folder or into a PowerPoint, whatever you want to do, and be like, this is my brand audit, like as I am November 2022. And then go back and look at it in February 2023 and May 2023 and August 2023, or quarterly. You can just do it with the quarters. And then you can see how you're developing and how your brand is building and how you are progressing, because I think that's something really important that we also do in my course and I do with my clients. You're more than welcome to join my Facebook group as well. We do wins, so your weekly wins, and it's really nice to celebrate the little wins. And Sammy, I know you had a great one this week. I know BT had a great one. What's your name, BT? Your actual name? She had a great one. It's really nice to just stop and reflect and say, you know what, I did that well, and this is building for me, and I'm creating new things, and I'm trying new things, and this is better than I was doing last year. It's really important to do that. I've seen my audience on Instagram grow 5 times, and go from reels being like 500 or 1,000 to sometimes getting 10,000 or 28,000 views. It's it's not everything, but it's nice to know that it's working. And so I think it's really important to celebrate those little ones along the way, and not just be like, wait till the launch time and be like, I got so many people in my course, or like, yay, I reached this new income goal, or oh, now I've won an award. Like, you might be waiting years for those things. Literally, I only entered my first awards 12 years into my business, so if I didn't celebrate anywhere along the way, I might not be feeling so great about myself. Getting a new client, trying a new thing, going live for the first time, like my client did this morning, Eleanor, she came on and joined me, it was fabulous. Updating your LinkedIn bio for the first time, getting a new picture taken, trying a new post with new language for your audience. Those are all wins that you can celebrate, and it's something that I'm big on and I love doing in my community. So that's been brand audit. Good, yeah, King, got to try new things. Does anyone have any questions about brand audit, how to do it, why it's important, where you can start? With the brand audit checklist is where you can start. Does anyone have any questions or feedback or comments? I love hearing it. You're also welcome to comment if you're watching the replay. I will get back to them later. I see everything and I love your interaction. But I will jump off soon. This is all part of, yes, celebrate the little wins, absolutely. So this is all part of launch week. We are on day 3 of 8. I'm showing up twice a day on lives. I will have another gorgeous guest with me in the morning. King, you'd like to know in layman's terms, what is personal brand? Your personal brand is you. Personal brand is how others see you and how you see yourself. It's how you present. It's how you promote yourself. It's your own unspoken and spoken words. Like literally I could sit here and you could start to get an impression of me. That's my personal brand. It's the clothes we choose to wear, the way we talk, it's our language, it's also your reputation, it's your skills, it's your experience, it's all of the things that combine to make you you, and then we get a feeling and an experience of you. That's your personal brand. Did that help? I probably should do a reel on, I've probably done things like that, but it's probably good just to do like a real basic, like what is personal brand? It's all about you, yeah, King. It's about you. And it's you talking about you and you putting yourself forward. Yeah, awesome, Alicia. Get the brand audit checklist, please, Missy. Always, yeah, check out the sheet. I'd love to hear how you go with it. Thank you so much for everyone for joining LinkedIn and Instagram. I know I'm really targeting Instagram here, but LinkedIn, thank you for being there as well. The How to Live and Love Your Brand course is open. Hi, Marfay. The Live and Love Your Brand course is open till Tuesday the 15th of November at 6 p.m. Link is in my bio. We'll add the link under the comments in the on LinkedIn. Thank you for joining, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with another one of my course members to talk about her experience of being in the How to Live and Love Your Brand course. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, and see you next time.